Welcome dear children. As you know, we are studying about the lesson partnership. Today we are going to learn about types of partnership and types of partners. There are four types of partnership, that are general partnership, limited liability partnership, partnership at will, and particular partnership. In general partnership, the liability of each partner is unlimited. It means the firm's assets are not sufficient to pay the debts. The personal property of the partners are used to pay the debts of the firm. An exception is made in the case of a minor partner, whose liability is limited to the amount of his share in the capital and profits of the firm. In India, all the partnership firms are general partnership. Each partner of general partnership is entitled to take active part in the management of the firm, unless otherwise decided by other partners. Second one, limited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership is now allowed in India under the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. The main features of limited liability partnership are: first one, limited liability partnership must be registered under Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008 with a minimum of 2 persons, and there is no limit on the maximum number of partners. Second one, it is a body corporate having separate legal entity and perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means continuity in existence, because the death, insolvency or insanity of the partners doesn't affect the firm. Third one, in limited liability partnership, the liability of partners is limited and it becomes unlimited in case of the firm or its partners carry out any fraudulent activities. And next one, limited liability partnership must maintain annual accounts reflecting the true and fair views of its state of affairs. Last one, limited liability partnership is a hybrid form of business organization combining the features of both partnership firm and joint stock company. Third one, partnership at will. It is a partnership formed for an indefinite period. The time period or the purpose of the firm, it is not mentioned at the time of the formation. It can be continued for any length of time depending upon the will of the partners. And it can be dissolved by any partner by giving a notice to the other partners of his desire to quit the firm. And last one, particular partnership. It is a partnership formed for a specific time period or to achieve specified objective. After the expiry of the specified period or on the completion of the specific objective, it is automatically dissolved. Next, we are going to learn about different types of partners. There can be the following types of partners, that are active partner, sleeping partner, secret partner, limited partner, partner in profit only, nominal partner, minor partner, and sub partner. First one, active partner. Active partner is also known as working partner. Such a partner contribute capital to the firm and take active participation in the management, and he share profit or losses of the firm, and the liability of the active partner is unlimited and he is known to the outsiders. Second one, sleeping partner. Sleeping partner is also known as dormant partner or silent partner. He simply contribute capital and does not take active participation in the management, but he shares profit or losses of the firm, and the liability of a sleeping partner is unlimited and he is not known to the outside world. Third one, secret partner. Secret partner is a partner. He contribute capital and take active participation in the management and share profit and losses of the firm, etc. But his connection with the firm is not known to the outside world. His liability is also unlimited. Fourth one, limited partner. The liability of a limited partner is limited to the extent of his share in the capital and profit of the firm, and he is not take active participation in the management of the firm. Next one, partner in profit only. Such a partner shares the profit of the firm but not in the losses. The liability of such partner is unlimited and he is not take active participation in the management. Next one, nominal partner. Nominal partner is also known as ostensible partner or quasi partner. Such partner neither contribute capital nor take active participation in the management. He does not share profit or losses of the firm, but he only lent his name and reputation for the benefit of the firm. He represents himself or allow himself to be represented as a partner, and he become liable to the outsiders on the basis of such representation. Nominal partner can be of two types, that are partner by estoppel and partner by holding out. Partner by estoppel means a person who represents himself as a partner and he become liable to those who advance money to the firm on the basis of such a representation, and he cannot avoid the consequences of his previous act. Partner by holding out means when a person is declared as a partner and he does not deny this even after he become aware of it, and he become liable to the third party who lend money to the firm on the basis of such declaration. Next type of partner is minor. Minor is a person who has not completed 18 years of age. In normal case, minor cannot become a partner because he is not qualified to enter into a contract. But he may be admitted to the benefit of partnership firm with the mutual consent of all the partners. On being so admitted, he gets profit of the firm, and he is not allowed to take active participation in the management. His liability is limited to the extent of his share in the capital and profit of the firm. After becoming a major, the minor must give a public notice within 6 months if he wants to quit from the firm. If he does not give such a notice, or if he decides to remain in the firm, he becomes liable to the debt of the firm, and he must take active participation in the management of the firm. Last one, sub-partner. He is a third person with whom a partner agrees to share his profit from the business, and he is not take active participation in the management, and he is not liable for the debt of the firm.